Welcome to the Calvary Chapel Salmon podcast. I am joined with Hagen Miller as usual, but today me and Hagen have a very special guest in studio.
That's right.
She's traveled a long way to be here, Hagen.
Yeah, over 1,000 miles.
Probably our most
across the border.
Across the border, probably the person who had to travel the farthest to be here with us.
The furthest traveled guest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And that's, of course, Mia. Mia, what's your last name? I don't even know.
Zaragoza and Micaris.
Say it.
I don't even want to try. Well, it's Mia.
That's right.
And we picked Mia up from Mexico. We just took her with us. We had a great week in Mexico, right?
Yeah, she was one of our translators in Mexico. So that's super cool.
Yeah, and we had a great time, and she did a great job translating the English to the Espanol.
And Espanol to English.
Because you speak both of those languages pretty well.
It flows uphill and downhill.
Which one do you prefer, English or Spanish?
Honestly, Spanish.
Oh,
yeah, that's cool.
When you I've always thought about this. When you like dream or like think in your head, is it in Spanish?
Or both.
Or both sometimes.
Probably Spanish.
Wow.
I think it'd be weird if she dreamt about
rarely-
us, but we were speaking Spanish in her dreams.
That'd be interesting.
Exactly.
So like when you're like thinking like about conversation, I guess it depends if that conversation was in English or Spanish. But
Sometimes it's a conversation in Spanish. I think in English, and then sometimes.
Do you ever talk to yourself out loud?
No. I
No,
don't.
okay.
That sounds
Yeah,
weird.
me neither. That'd be
But
crazy.
do you know something interesting? I don't know if you realize this. Mia hadn't translated for like a long time with the connection sauce, and they just called her in for us. Is that true?
That's true.
So like, and then it just like worked out. They got to open the doors for her to come to Idaho. So it's just really neat seeing how all this comes
Exactly.
together.
It's kind of cool that you're up here. How are you liking Idaho?
It's nice. It's cold but nice.
Cold. Yeah, you
Cold,
kind
but
of came on like a cold, snowy
But I like it.
week.
Yeah, this weekend's going to be nice though, sunny and good. So
Hopefully.
Yeah,
yeah.
right on.
Yeah, I like Idaho.
So tell us a little bit about your story, Mia. Where'd you grow up? How did you get to know Jesus?
Okay.
All that good stuff.
So I was born in San Diego, California, and I I did my first year of elementary school in first grade in San Diego, and then I moved to Rosarito, and that's basically where I've grown up
Okay.
all my life. Last year 2 years ago, I did move to Riverside, California, for college, and then I kind of got sick of Riverside and went back to Mexico.
Yeah.
So it's not that I don't like USA, but I just mostly like Mexico because that's where all my life I've been growing up. And you guys know my dad's testimony, and that's part of mine. But I grew up there in Rosarito. I kind of saw how my mom and dad did drugs and how the police came to the house and stuff like that.
Do you remember that
I
stage
do
of your
remember.
life?
I do.
Okay.
The other day I was talking to my mom, and she was telling me 3 occasions, and I only remember one of those 3 times. And I remember that one night, I had like a little playground outside the house, and the Guardia Nacional, it's a squad of police, came to the house, and me and my mom went outside, and my dad was inside. They did beat my dad up.
Oh wow.
And my mom was trying to like not make me see that. So I don't remember them beating my dad up, but I do remember me and my mom sitting outside. So that's one of the occasions that I do like have in my mind that I remember perfectly. And after that, we moved to another area in Rosarito. I didn't see my parents do drugs at that time. I remember that my dad did, not my mom. Then one time my dad took us to Calvary Chapel, Rosarito, and I was very little, so I don't really remember how it was. But according to my dad's testimony, he went there trying to kill someone. And then weeks later, he brought me and my mom and my little brother to church. So I basically grew up in Rosarito, in Calvary Chapel, Rosarito. But even though being a Christian, I still did mistakes that aren't Christian people don't do. But growing up as watching my dad do all this church planting, I kind of felt like I was being a hypocrite because at home it was my family was hypocrite because at home it was one thing, it was fights and it was all this and problems. And then once we stepped in church, it was like, oh, the Mijares family, you know? So, and Pastor Eddie is doing church planting. So it was really hard for me to grow up knowing what was going on at my house, and then at church it was something else. And luckily the Lord transformed each one of us. And then my dad was sent out to home mix, Calvary Chapel home mix. So after that, I did go through a 2.5 relationship where it was a really hard time.
Like with a boy, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
From church camp, by the way.
Met him at church camp.
No.
You got to watch out for them church boys. That's
Was
right.
he older than you or younger than you?
He was a year older than me.
Them older boys, especially. Yeah. Gosh.
Those older church
Yeah.
boys.
So throughout those 2.5 years, I was just sinning like constantly, and I used to feel ashamed about it, but now it's just like it's part of my testimony. That's why I'm telling it right now.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I made a lot of mistakes that I'm not proud of, but I do know that the Lord works in each one of us for good.
Yeah.
So no matter what you've done, it all works for good, and we can testify that to other people, and maybe it'll help other people. So it was really hard growing up, and especially when you know Christ and you know what's good, but you still decide to do the wrong things. That's what hurts, because the Holy Spirit is talking to you,
Sure.
and you don't listen to it.
Yeah.
But then after you say, why didn't I listen before? So yeah.
So, you go through this rough patch for like 2.5 years, and then not that long ago, things kind of start changing, or what?
Yes, after that, I went to another stage where I was drinking, smoking, just lying to my mom, saying all these stuff where I was at, but in reality, I was at other places.
Yeah.
And it's sad. Honestly, it's sad. And like I said, as a pastor's kid, people can't really know that, because then they'll judge your parents. So I tried to like hid all of those stuff.
Yeah.
Because my dad's a pastor, you know, and everybody loves my dad. Everybody loves my mom. So I wouldn't like say anything, or I didn't want them to know, because then I felt like they were gonna disown me, or like people were going to judge my parents, and that's not how they raised me. Like even though they did all these stuff, they did a good job at raising me. So I didn't want them, like the other people, to judge my parents.
Yeah.
So it was really hard for me to like come out to my mom and tell her all the stuff that I've done, because there was a point in November, early December, that I did tell my mom everything that I've done. And
This
it was
past December?
yes,
Oh, wow.
and it was really hard.
Merry Christmas.
It was really hard, because you know it's embarrassing to tell your
Sure.
mom everything you've done, right?
Yeah.
But
With that, you experienced like kind of freedom.
yes,
Yeah.
I felt like I was free. I didn't have to hide anymore. I felt free.
Yeah.
And a metaphor that I kind of use in that situation is how God is with us. Like we sin and we go back to our sin, and we go in Spanish it's called el perro regresa a su vómito. The dog goes back to his vomit.
Yes.
And our moms keeps on loving us, even though we've done every kind of sin, you know. So
Well, some moms do.
yeah, some moms.
Sure.
Not everyone has.
Not everyone has an awesome mom like you.
nice mom.
Yeah.
But most of the moms will love their kids no matter what they do.
Sure.
So, yeah.
That's awesome.
And so you're 20 years old right now.
I am.
And then you kind of went through the season like 2 years or to that. When did you break up with the boyfriend? I'm trying to figure out the timeline.
Last year around June.
Okay. And then the more backsliding happened, or was that with the boyfriend?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
That phase happened through probably July to like August, early October.
And do you live with your parents?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well. that
And
makes
that's why it was more hard.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they have my location. They have their
Yeah.
every time they're like,
They
where
give
are
you
you
food.
at? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So do you want to do like any university or schooling, or is that you see that in your future, or
I was going to CBI at Hawaii, but right now I don't feel like the Lord wants to send me there. My heart is more to missions, and hopefully to be there when my dad builds the church, the building of Calvary Chapel Home Mix. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's cool.
And I basically grew up like going to the dump, serving at Rosarito, seeing the process at Home Mix. So I kind of feel like my heart is there.
Yeah.
And I've gone to mission trips, so I've gotten to know other people and other sides of cultures of Mexico. So, yeah.
Well, for people who don't know, like tell like what is like the dump? Like what's
Okay,
that?
the dump. Well, it's trash.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
It's a place filled with trash.
Yes.
And people live in there. And that makes us, well, at least for me, that makes me feel grateful.
Yeah.
Because I have a roof over my head and those people don't. Well, they do, but it's a it's a wood roof. And in there, you have to like fight for your food, fight for your water. If you don't have money, you don't get water, even if it's to drink it, to shower, or to do dishes.
Yeah.
So you have to have money to be able to get the necessities that we can get. So it was pretty tough at first because nobody's used to going to the trash and then seeing people in there. So when I was around 7 or 8 years old, I would make faces. I was like, ew, the trash. But as I grew up, I kind of like felt like they're still humans, you know? They're still humans. And they need love. They need Christ. So growing up seeing that made me have a love for them that maybe not other people do.
So your dad goes up there and feeds them, is that right?
Correct.
And then does he also pick them up for church if they want
He
to,
does
right?
on Sundays. Yeah.
So that's pretty neat.
Yeah, Sundays we have an 11 a.m. service, and he goes and picks them up at the dump and then takes them to church.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to go to the dump last year. This year we didn't get to, but last year we went. And it was definitely an experience to see.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I mean, most of these people are drugged out, right?
Exactly.
Like hardcore.
I don't know if
and-
you guys saw last year. Most of them, when you guys invited them and they sat down on the benches, most of them were like drunk or drugged.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the reality of them, and it's sad. But they don't know no better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Home-X is kind of a rough place though, where you grew up, or
No, I didn't grow up in
oh yeah,
Home-X.
you moved there. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you even still now live in Rosarito, right?
Yeah, I still live
Yeah,
in
so the
Rosarito.
church is in Home-X,
Yeah,
but they
I
live
don't
in
think my
Rosarito.
mom wants to move to Home-X.
No.
Yeah. We'll commute.
Yeah, but it is a tough place. And I don't know if you guys saw that it wasn't on the map before.
Yeah.
Jordan noticed.
Yeah.
Yes, I did notice
He
that. I
noticed.
wasn't
It
even
was-
thinking on the map.
Yeah, it wasn't in the map.
Yeah.
And that was funny because a friend of mine was like, "Where's Home-X?" I'm like, "You should Google it," and it didn't come up. She's like, "Okay," but yeah, it is a tough place. And what I've heard is that it is a community filled with the cartel. So there's a lot of more drugs than usual.
Yeah.
More shootings out there. I believe in early December or late December. I don't remember. It was in December. We had this group. It was CBI San Jose, and we were doing a VBS the whole week. And I remember like my dad going in the truck and picking up some of the kids, like the local kids from Home-X, and we all knew that he was going to pick up the kids. And then like 5 minutes later, we get a call. 10 minutes later, we get a call. Like, hey, bring the kids inside the church. There's a shooting at the Oxo. You guys know the Oxo, that's by Home-X. Okay. Yeah, there's a shooting at Home-X, and then we're all praying that my dad isn't at the Oxo. And then my dad's like, yeah, we were there. And the kid's in the bed of the truck, like while the shooting was going on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's crazy. Just like rival cartel members. Dang, that's wild.
Wow. So you have an opportunity to go to CBI, Kauai, and you're going to not go? Is that what you're telling me?
No, it's not that I don't know. I'm just praying about it still.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause like I said,
Hawaii is just not for you.
No, I do like. I have never been to Hawaii. He is going though.
I'm going in a month, yes.
Yeah.
Well, tell me about it.
Oh, I will,
But yeah,
yes.
it's not that I don't like it. I do.
Yeah.
It's just
Well, maybe
that-
you could just go with Hagen.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, right now I have someone else going with me, but I could kick him out, yeah.
Sure.
There you go.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah.
Tell Chase, you're out.
sorry, buddy.
Mustache is too
Yeah, I'm
much.
sorry, Chase.
Yeah.
Cool. So right now you're up in Idaho. What do you like about Idaho?
The Fizz Factory.
The Fizz Factory.
And let me guess, the Fizz Factory and Highlander. Those are our two favorite
Correct.
places.
I've been at the Fizz Factory every
Why do you
day.
like it so much? I feel like I don't know.
Well, we don't have places like that in
She
Mexico.
goes with it. My home country doesn't have this.
soda.
No, but like we don't have coconut cream. Or, like, that's my favorite thing on the
Fancy
menu.
soda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. It's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
Shout out
fancy.
to
And then
the
I remember
Fizz.
seeing that on TikTok, and then I came here. Everyone was like, "Hey, there's a Fizz Factory here." I'm like, "Okay, let's go."
Sheesh.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They give you the jacked up Jolly Rancher.
I haven't. I got the Blue Lagoon, but instead of Red Bull, it's Mountain Dew.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Well, I had some.
Actually, I left my drink at your
In
office.
my office, I noticed. Yeah, leaving your trash around.
Well, you can't tell we're recording this at night, and so
Yeah,
to give me a
that-
pep in my step, I had some of my jacked up Jolly Rancher.
Really?
So
You
I'm
had
just
that
like,
today?
Well, yeah, right before recording this. I
Oh,
just took a
really?
shot of my jacked up.
Is it open still?
No, he got it earlier today, right?
I don't even
Yeah,
have any
yeah.
more money.
Yeah.
We hook you up if you needed one, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Well, I hear that there's a sleepover going on tonight, so you probably
There
need
is.
energy for that.
There is.
Yeah.
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 Well, we're leaving to Boise in the morning
Funny
at 11
thing-
a.m., so everyone better be up and ready.
Yep.
Yeah. Funny thing is that when you guys were at Rosarito, I thought you guys were mean people.
Really?
Nobody.
You're thinking, who are these people?
Yeah, because I heard stories about you guys, but I didn't
What?
like.
From who?
And that we were mean?
No mean. But so about some people, some
okay,
problems, some
okay,
drama
okay,
that happened last
okay.
year, and then all the kids never talked to me. Like I translated for them, but they didn't talk to me. So I was like, oh, these people are rude. But then I got here and you guys aren't
And then
rude.
somehow you got thrown in a bus or a van to come here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now Riva, the one that I thought was mean, I didn't
You
tell her
found
that.
she really is
so,
mean.
So if she hears that, I love you. But yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
She is mean, though.
I remember we were doing, well, you guys were doing the worship. You know how I got in
At the campfire?
Yeah, at Connections, the first
Okay,
day
yeah.
or the second night. That I got in with Yasmin. I was sitting like in the back of Sammy, and Riva was just like, I doggy me like this. I'm
She
like,
wouldn't even look at you.
yeah, I'm like, oh, this girl. Now she's one of my favorite people.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, isn't it crazy how life
Yeah.
works?
Yeah.
Riva does take a little bit of getting used to, but once you learn to love her, it's great.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, Riva.
But yeah, her and Riley,
They're pretty
you
cool.
guys.
And us too.
and
Wow.
Avery and Axel.
Nice.
Shout out to Axel. Good job, Axel. Keep it up.
Yes. So, do you like translating?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Before, I would cry honestly because I was a really shy person. It doesn't look like I'm shy.
I know that's the craziest thing that you say that you used to be shy.
Yeah, I used to be really
We were
shy.
at Burger King last night, and literally she challenged the worker at Burger King to arm wrestle her, and it happened.
And she
And did
beat
you
me.
win?
No, she
No.
beat me. That's
She was a
embarrassing.
tough girl.
Was it never mind.
It was just a strong
Strong.
woman.
a strong woman.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
But yeah,
A strong Burger King woman.
I used to be really,
Also
really
say
shy.
Burger Queen.
So yeah, we would be on mission trips with my mom, and you know how they make the circle, and then everybody starts talking about what God spoke to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it was my turn, I would cry. Or
you
like,
just
I would-
hated it.
Yeah, I wouldn't like. I felt like a huge ball in my stomach, and I wouldn't talk. Like I couldn't. I'd have
So
to tell
what
my
got
mom.
you over that? Do you know?
Being on internet connections.
Okay.
2 years ago.
Yeah, and just having all these different people come through and having to interact with them, and
having to translate them, even if I didn't want to at first, because I was embarrassed.
yeah,
I just got used to it, and now I like it. I like it. Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's the thing that a lot of people experience. But then, like you said, it just takes that.
With translating,
Not with translating, just
In
be
life.
life, and then just like public speaking,
Yeah.
talking in front of other people, talking in front of a group larger than two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
You know, it's just some people. It's just like,
if
but
it was
then
me from last year, I wouldn't agree to do this podcast.
sheesh.
yeah.
Well,
Well, this is definitely an audience larger than two.
that's right.
There's millions of people watching this.
Are you
potential
serious?
of reaching millions.
Yeah.
More like
You're gonna make me nervous.
No, like
No.
100 people,
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
But potential of reaching anyone who owns the internet.
Yeah,
So,
Maybe.
access to the internet. Yeah,
that's right.
But yeah, it just takes being willing to.
Jordan, what does it take?
It takes being thrown into the fire.
Sure.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
then just like getting over yourself eventually.
Sure.
It's like, why do I care if someone thinks
And
I'm
being
silly?
flexible, I believe. Like,
Yeah.
that's a really big part. Like,
Sure.
you never know where they're going to put you at, but you have to be, like, open
Yeah.
where they put you at. So even if I didn't want to do it, I had to be open that I was going to be put there. And I had to learn that it's not for me, it's for God.
Yeah.
That's yep. It's not about you.
Yeah. Literally, it's not about
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Everything is for Him.
Because no one likes public speaking.
No.
And if
I
you do,
bet I'm
you're
not the
kind
only
of weird.
one that's been shy before.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Like I don't enjoy public speaking,
You know,
But you do
I don't
great at
understand
it.
potential.
You do
but
great at it.
because I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you do it so much, then it's like okay, I can
Yeah.
find joy in this.
Keegan, you're a natural at it.
Oh, please.
Wow,
What can I say?
you're natural. But like when
He
you
even
first.
sings. in the
I
service.
do even sing, don't I? Yes. I'm gonna release an album one day.
you?
Yeah, Hagen's Worship.
Wow.
He, like sings in the middle
What
of
would
the
the
service.
album cover be?
Probably just a picture of me like flexing, maybe
Wow.
Maybe like a turtleneck on.
with a turtleneck. Yeah, with that with no
Turtle.
sleeves.
Yeah.
Turtleneck with no sleeves. Yeah,
With guitar.
with the guitar. Yes.
By like a fire.
By a fire. This is
Okay.
really good. In a rocking chair. Yes.
Yeah.
Or at the
Christmas tree.
river.
Yes. Christmas edition.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's good.
I'm glad we got that one.
But like when you first started teaching, like in public speaking, like it was it nerve wracking for you or no?
Sure, and I mean
Yeah.
even now, there every time there's a little bit of nerves, like not terrible,
yeah.
and especially
Yeah.
if I'm like somewhere new where I get to like go and just fill in.
Oh, yeah.
Just 'cause, like I just don't quite know. I think you just learn to deal with it is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've heard people say, and I kind of agree, that the day that you're no longer nervous is the day you should stop.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Even my mom, she has like really bad anxiety, and she's probably watching that. I'm sorry, but she translates at big conferences that's from Celebrate Recovery. I don't know if you guys know
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Okay. She translates at the summit in California,
okay.
and I didn't know that. I thought she was because my mom is a really good translator, like a really good translator, and I kind of like learned from her. And then like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I learned that she gets still nervous, that she wants to like run off the stage,
Yeah.
but she needs to like pray and understand that it's not for her.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted to do that, Hagen? Just run off the stage?
Yeah. I mean,
How about
it's like
that
I'd rather not be there.
How about that time when you got bloody nose while teaching?
I've gotten a bloody nose while
In the middle
wow.
of teaching.
I had to
isn't that
throw
crazy?
up once so bad, and I
up?
barely made it through, and I had to run to the bathroom, and my mic was
Aw.
still on, and someone comes
Oh
running out. They
my
go, "Your mic's on." And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
That's gross.
yeah. I've been through a lot, honestly.
Yeah, some people just like for someone I'm very close to, I won't say her name, but like just saying the word throwing up, like
Makes
it's
them wanna
awful.
throw up.
Yeah,
And for me, you can't make the noises or
See,
I
for
want
me,
to
it's
throw up.
vomit. Vomit's a gross
really,
word.
huh?
No, for
Yeah.
me, if you're gagging, oh no, I hate
I don't
that.
mind.
I'll want to throw
Jordan
up.
goes, I don't mind.
It's
it.
just a bodily.
kind of soothing, actually.
Or even like the smell of it.
Sure, the
is-
smell's
yeah,
big
oh,
Oh yeah, the smells
And I'd
awful.
rather like with and I think about this with babies. If I ever get a baby one day, it's like I can do poop all day, but throw up I don't
But
think I
it
can handle.
doesn't stink as
Babies
really?
are-
as grown-ups.
Yeah, because
vomit.
it's just milk.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just milk. It's
Yeah,
not
there's
that
not as
bad.
much acid.
I had
Most
a
of George's throw up's milk too.
little. Ew.
He drinks a lot of milk.
I do pride
Yeah.
myself.
He does.
Is there a problem with drinking milk?
What?
Is there a problem with drinking milk? Okay. Leche?
I
Leche,
just
as
find
you would
people
call
drinking
it?
milk
Leche?
weird.
Leche?
Like my brother, he'll eat spaghetti and a glass of milk. And that's so disgusting.
You do that, right?
Well, wait. Just eat spaghetti with a glass of milk?
Yeah, like anything with a glass of milk. That's so disgusting.
I mean, I don't like spaghetti, so I wouldn't eat spaghetti.
Okay, but something else.
Yeah, I would eat most
Tacos
things.
and milk.
Ew.
Tacos and milk,
yeah,
yeah.
no. No, that's
Ooh.
disgusting.
I pride myself growing up, and even to this day, I always get my throw up in the trash or in the toilet. Never
yeah.
on the floor.
There's no reason why someone should throw up. And
Yeah, even as a
one
kid- even as a kid, I had the
threw
common
up at
sense.
the church's bathroom in Rosarito because I had
In
like
the bathroom.
Yeah.
Good.
But in the
like,
toilet,
No,
right?
but like in the hallway.
Oh,
like,
oh.
I didn't make
You
it.
couldn't
to
make it.
Yeah, I had like a really bad infection in my stomach.
Wow.
I had eaten
well, you get
cheese.
a pass, I guess. You didn't eat
I
enough
literally
cheese.
felt
or
like
you
I was
did
gonna
eat cheese?
die that time.
You
it
ate
was,
bad cheese
Yeah, it was my
from the
mom,
street
Julian.
market. I bet.
It was my mom, Julian, and me.
So there's this,
And-
I'm sorry, keep going.
It was like a virus on the cheese
Yeah,
going at the
yeah,
time.
that'll
It's-
do it.
It was
That
really
cheese
bad.
virus will do you in, man.
It was like really, really bad.
Just now in the refrigerator, there was this can of milk that was literally expired in January.
In your
Ew.
refrigerator.
And I was like, okay, I need to get rid in the youth group refrigerator in the Heritage
Oh.
Center. And I started pouring it out, and it started like clopping out. Like you didn't just
Oh,
pour it
wow.
out, and it almost is like, oh my god,
That's
it
disgusting.
was awful.
You're like,
It smelled so bad.
Ew, Aid.
It smelled so bad. It was.
Ew,
it was
yeah, I
terrible.
bet.
Yeah, the smell of spoiled milk is awful.
It's
I
not
know.
real good.
Have you
yeah.
guys tried those jelly beans? The bean jelly beans?
Oh, that's fun. The game where it's like good or
I'm
bad.
not
Yeah.
into that, but I've
And
heard of them. Yeah.
They're like identical, but then one's like
One's, like,
rotten
garbage.
milk
I did do that. Yeah.
and coconut or like.
We should do that for youth group.
That's a good idea.
It's disgusting. You'll want to throw up.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Mia, did you enjoy? How was youth group tonight for you? Was it fun?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Dang. Good. I'm
No,
glad.
it was good, Jordan.
Okay, good.
I
good,
enjoyed
good.
it.
It's kind of a fun little bunch of kids we got going.
Little Ninos we got.
Yeah,
running
they're
around
interesting. We love
Yeah,
them.
they're interesting.
Yeah.
But it was good. Your preaching was good.
Oh, thank you, Mia.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. What did you do, Hagen?
What did I do during the message?
Yeah.
I just sit in the back with my laptop and work on my message for Sunday. Yes,
Oh.
and maybe chime in once in a while, trying not to be too distracting. But
Yeah.
I like that game you did with the condiments on the floor.
Oh, yeah, the Oreo.
Yeah.
That's one. Yeah. Try to throw the Oreos
Yeah.
into different cups, and some have good
The
things, some have
pickle,
bad
the
things.
Oreos with the pickle juice was so good. That's good.
I can't.
I've never tried it, but it was really good.
I would hope you'd never try it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oreo with pickle
That'd be
juice.
weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, Riley
Riley
was-
liked that too.
Yeah, Riley was like, "You should try it."
That's
I'm like, "Okay,"
interesting.
and it was really good actually.
Oreo and ketchup. Ooh.
Ew. No, Oreo and ranch.
You love
That's
ketchup.
just-
Ah, not that much.
I figured you'd be fine. With
Not
it.
that much.
Well,
You think I love ketchup? My brothers love ketchup. My brothers really dip pizza in ketchup.
Ew.
Isn't that awful?
I hate barbecue.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Are
Well,
you
it's
sleepy,
almost as bad
Axel?
as doing ranch on pizza.
Please,
That's really
that's
good.
good.
Okay, stop.
No, ranch.
No.
I love my
I
ranch. I'm gonna
dip-
dip my French fries in ranch.
Yeah.
It's, like,
It's really
ew.
good.
No, you people are.
You know-
ranch is gross in general.
You know what I
No.
do? I
What?
dip my French fries in milkshake. That's
Okay,
really-
yeah,
that's good.
I've heard of that, but
Yeah. You ever go
What's
to,
weird from here is that you guys put sour cream on carnitas tacos.
is that crazy?
That's
We put sour cream on all our tacos.
Yeah, that is weird. For a Mexican, yeah.
Yeah.
Mexicans aren't into sour
we were
cream.
at the
That's an
O'Connors
American
and
thing.
they made carnitas.
Well, yeah, it's good.
And they were making tacos and all the girls were putting sour cream.
And you're just thinking,
And me and
what?
Yes are looking at them like, "Are you guys serious
What is
putting
going
sour
on here?"
cream?" And she's like, "Yeah, they put that on."
Well, that's what
everything."
America does. It takes other cultures and make
Well,
them
yeah,
better.
maybe not. I'm
She's
kidding.
like, maybe pass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of weird. Sour cream on tacos.
Well,
Yeah.
nice.
Well, would you ever live in Idaho or America?
would.
If you were to live in America, where would you want to live?
Well, Idaho's the first place that I've known. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well,
It's
except California,
It's either
but
San Diego, Riverside, or Idaho. Those
Idaho.
are what she's been to.
Idaho.
Idaho. Nice.
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, good. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any other questions, Jordan?
Nope, that's all I got.
Yeah, I think
Well,
we're
nice.
tired.
Are you,
Are you
tired?
tired?
No, you guys look like.
Oh, we're
No, we're
sleepy.
full of energy.
I'm sleepy.
Well, I have to be. The girls are waiting for me.
Yeah, you
You got
got a long
another,
night
you got
ahead of
another
you, don't
party
you?
going.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like sleepovers.
Yeah, I'm waking up
like that.
before 11.
You okay? We better not be waiting on you.
Yeah.
I woke up at like, what, 11 or 12 today? I don't know. I've been waking up really late.
Well, you're on vacation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
I
vacation.
guess so.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow.
Well, thanks for being on our podcast, Mia.
Thank you
It's
for
great
inviting
to get to know you more and let the people hear how life is in Mexico. I think it's really interesting. I would think that as an American, hearing you say that you prefer Mexico is actually interesting for us to hear because we think that everyone wants to live here. But you're like, no.
Yeah, no, I love my Mexico.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That means you're patriotic. You love where you're from.
well,
you love
I
your
just
home team.
appreciate that I'm from there.
Yeah?
Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
love
cool.
the culture. I
Sure.
love
Yeah.
my city.
You know, if I was from Mexico, I would hope I would say the same thing. It's like, yeah, I love Mexico.
What
It's
about
my
your wife? Your wife is Mexican, right? Avery?
No, she's American.
But I mean, she's
well,
she's
her family.
she's a quarter. Her mom's half
Oh.
Mexican, but not. I don't know. Like not even really. Even her mom's from America. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's Hispanic,
No, yeah.
but like, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just love my. Yeah, there's really nice places out there. Except
Yeah.
like, putting aside Rosarito.
yeah. There's other
Yeah, there's other beautiful
plenty of other
places.
places in Mexico. Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big place.
it is. It
Big old
is.
state. Yeah.
Well, we've
Big old
liked, I
country.
think, yeah, it's a country.
Yeah.
We've liked going to Rosarito, I think, right, Jordan?
Yeah, I
And
love it.
we plan on keep going back every year, so
Wow.
we're glad that God's led us there. And yeah, we really like home X, so we trust in the
It's
future.
home mix.
Home X?
Yeah, no home mix.
Yeah, come on, Hagen.
Home
Come on,
X, right?
yeah, home
We're
mix.
hoping that when you guys
Well, we really like Calvary Chapel Home X, and we're hoping that,
that when they
we'll
build
just
a
be
new
able
building,
to continue to help out.
we can help
Yeah.
out, help them build a new building and all that.
Yeah,
So-
home mix loves you guys. So, and they appreciate the help that you guys give.
Yeah.
Thank
Do they like us the most?
I don't know. Maybe I should ask them.
Well, have they let any other team take their daughter away?
Ooh.
Probably not.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
I think that's a yes.
That does say something. Cool. Well,
Oh, sorry.
nope. No, say it.
My mom is really afraid of other, like going for me to go out to other places for her to let me come over here was a big step.
That's interesting.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right on.
So that means she trusts you guys.
Well, Mama, we're taking care of her, so that's good.
Yep.
Sheesh.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.